Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, kings and queens, let me speak to the greatness inside of you for a moment. Let me speak not to where you are, but to where you're destined to go. Because the truth is, you are one decision away from a totally different life. But in order to become who you were born to be, there are 4 things you have to stop doing immediately. Not tomorrow, not next week, immediately. So listen closely, because your breakthrough might be hidden in what you're willing to let go of. Stop doubting yourself. That's not just a suggestion, it's a command. Because every time you doubt yourself, you're questioning the very power that created you. You're second-guessing the gifts, the purpose, and the divine assignment placed inside of you before you even took your first breath. And whether you know it or not, that doubt has cost you more than you realize. It's stolen opportunities. It's delayed progress. It's silenced your voice when it should have been echoing in rooms you've never even dreamed of entering. Let's be real. Doubt doesn't show up loud. It creeps in soft. It starts as a whisper. Maybe I'm not ready. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I should wait until I have more experience, more confidence, more support. But here's the truth. That voice is a liar. That voice is fear wearing a mask. It's a distraction sent to disconnect you from your destiny. Because the enemy of greatness isn't failure, it's hesitation. And doubt is hesitation's favorite weapon. You've got to stop measuring your potential based on past mistakes or present limitations. You're not defined by what went wrong. You're defined by what's still possible. And if you could see yourself the way heaven sees you, if you could truly grasp the power and beauty you carry, you'd stop shrinking to fit into places you were always meant to outgrow. Stop doubting your worth. You are valuable, not because of what you do, but because of who you are. There is only one you, one fingerprint, one voice, one story. And the world needs it. You don't have to be perfect to make an impact. You just have to be real, be willing, and be present. Stop doubting your voice. Your words have weight. Your ideas carry light. But if you stay silent, the world stays dimmer than it was meant to be. Someone is waiting on your testimony. Someone is waiting on your breakthrough so they can find theirs. So speak boldly, honestly, even if your voice shakes, because the right words at the right time can set generations free. Stop doubting your journey. Maybe it hasn't gone the way you planned. Maybe you've taken some detours, made some mistakes, lost some time. That doesn't disqualify you. It prepares you. Every delay, every setback, every closed door was never rejection, it was redirection. You're still in the story, you're still in the fight, and as long as you have breath, your purpose is still alive. Stop doubting your strength. You've been through too much to give up. Now, you've overcome what should have broken you. You've survived what others didn't, and that alone is proof. You are built for this. You are more powerful than you know, and stronger than you feel. Your scars are not signs of weakness. They are reminders that you're a warrior, and warriors don't fall, they rise. So today, I dare you, believe in yourself again, even if it's just a little, even if it's shaky, even if you don't see how it's all going to work out. Choose to believe that you are capable, that you are chosen, that you are enough, because the moment you stop doubting yourself is the moment you start walking in power, and when you walk in power, the game changes, not just for you, but for everyone connected to you. You were never meant to live small, so rise up, own your greatness, silence the lies, and remember who you are. Stop waiting for the perfect time. There is no such thing. The perfect time is a myth, an illusion, that keeps too many people stuck in place while life passes them by. You keep telling yourself, I'll start when everything lines up, or I'll move when I feel more confident. But the truth is, if you wait on perfect conditions, you'll be waiting forever. Time doesn't wait. Opportunity doesn't wait, and your destiny sure won't wait for you to feel ready. The idea of the perfect time is a safety net we create for ourselves. It's a comfortable excuse, dressed up in logic, because let's be honest, starting is scary. Taking the first step into something new feels like stepping off a cliff with no parachute. But what if I told you that you'll never get the parachute until you jump? That the resources, clarity, strength, and confirmation you're waiting on will only show up after you take the leap. You don't need everything figured out. You don't need every answer or every detail in place before you move. You just need the courage to act in faith, even with some fear still in your heart. Because faith isn't about waiting until the fear goes away. It's about moving in spite of it. Waiting for the perfect time is how dreams die. It's how visions fade. It's how potential gets buried with people who never took the risk. Don't let that be your story. Don't let what could have been haunt you because you were too afraid to begin. The time to start is now, not when you have more money, not when you have more support, not when you feel more confident. Now, think about it. How many chances have you already missed because you told yourself you weren't ready? How many doors have closed because you hesitated too long, trying to make sure everything looked just right? The truth is, nothing will ever be 100% perfect. There will always be challenges. There will always be a reason to delay, if you're looking for one. But you weren't built to delay. You were built to deliver, built to create, built to launch, built to lead. You've got the seed inside you. You've got the vision. That's all you need to begin. You plant the seed now, and you water it with discipline, with effort, with prayer, with persistence. And over time, yes, with patience, it will grow. But you can't grow what you haven't started. You can't walk into the future if you keep standing at the door of procrastination, waiting for the stars to align. Some of the most successful, powerful, impactful people in the world didn't start when things were perfect. They started when it was messy. They started when they were broke, scared, unsure, unqualified, but they moved anyway. And that is what changed everything. You don't need permission to pursue your calling. You don't need approval from everybody to walk in your purpose. All you need is a made-up mind, a decision, a yes, a commitment that says, I may not have everything, but I'll use what I've got. So stop waiting. Start writing the book. Start the business. Start the healing. Start the conversation. Start the journey. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl. But whatever you do, start. The perfect time is not a date on the calendar. It's a decision in your spirit. And the power to shift your life is already in your hands. Now is your time. Believe it, claim it, move on it. Stop comparing yourself to others. It's one of the quickest ways to lose sight of your own path. Every time you look to the left and to the right, watching what everyone else is doing, achieving, or becoming, you rob yourself of the chance to appreciate your own journey. You start to feel like you're not enough, like you're behind, like somehow you're missing something. But let me tell you, comparison is a liar. It doesn't speak truth. It only shows you the highlight reels of other people's lives, while hiding the behind-the-scenes struggle that you'll never see. You weren't created to be like anyone else. You weren't designed to follow someone else's blueprint. You are one of one, completely original, completely divine, and completely necessary. There is a unique rhythm to your life, a special timing to your calling, and a purpose that is tailor-made just for you. So when you compare, what you're really doing is rejecting your uniqueness. You're telling God that what He put in you isn't enough, and that's a lie. What's in you is more than enough, if you stop trying to measure by someone else's scale. Comparison breeds insecurity. It clouds your vision and convinces you that your progress is too slow, your voice isn't strong enough, your dream is too small. But you don't know what battles someone else had to fight to get where they are. You don't know the nights they cried, the risks they took, the pain they pushed through. And just because they seem further ahead doesn't mean you're behind. It just means you're on a different path. This is not a race. This is not a competition. This is a calling. And your only real opponent is the version of you that refuses to grow. So focus on your own lane, nurture your own gifts, celebrate your own wins, no matter how small, because every step forward is still progress. Every act of obedience, every moment of courage, every lesson learned, it all matters. Understand this. Someone else's success does not diminish your own. Just because they're shining doesn't mean you're in the dark. There is room for all of us to rise. There's room at the table for every dream, every purpose, every voice. You don't have to compete when you were made to complete something this world has never seen before. And let's talk about peace, because comparison will steal your peace faster than anything else. It'll have you losing sleep over what someone else is doing. When your real power comes from aligning with what you were born to do. You want peace? Focus on your purpose. You want clarity? Let go of comparison. You want growth? Water your own garden instead of staring at someone else's. You are enough as you are. You are growing at your own pace. And where you are right now is not a mistake. It's preparation. You're learning. You're building. You're becoming. And when the time is right, your moment will come, but you won't be ready for it if you've spent all your energy trying to mimic someone else's moment. So stop comparing, start appreciating, start celebrating the progress you've made, start owning your story, your voice, your journey. Because when you finally realize that your power lies in your authenticity, everything changes. Be bold, be different, be you, because you are the only one who can be. Stop giving up too soon. You're closer than you think, closer to the breakthrough, closer to the healing, closer to the dream becoming real. But every time it gets hard, every time it takes longer than you expected, something in you whispers, maybe this isn't meant for me. That voice is lying. The delay doesn't mean denial. The struggle doesn't mean you're failing. It means you're in the process, and anything worth building takes time, pressure, and persistence. Too many people quit when they're only inches away from the finish line. They turn back because they don't see results fast enough. They walk away because the mountain looks too high. But just because you can't see the top yet, doesn't mean you're not making progress. Every step you've taken counts. Every time you kept going when you felt like quitting, it matters. But you have to stop cutting your journey short before it can show you what's possible. You don't plant a seed and expect fruit overnight. You water it. You wait. You trust that what you planted will grow, even when nothing seems to be happening on the surface. Your dream is no different. Just because you can't see the results yet, doesn't mean they aren't forming. The most important growth happens underground, out of sight, but never out of motion. You're being strengthened. You're being stretched. You're being prepared for what you asked for. Giving up too soon robs you of the testimony that only comes after the test. It takes away the wisdom, the strength, the resilience you were meant to gain. The struggle is part of the process. The hardship is part of the shaping. Don't resent it. Don't run from it. Endure it. Grow through it, because what you learn in the valley will prepare you for the mountaintop. There will be moments where quitting looks easier. Times when you feel like you're the only one fighting. Days when it seems like nothing is working. But those are the moments that define champions. Anyone can keep going when it's easy. But warriors are born in the fire. People with purpose don't run from resistance. They rise through it. What if the breakthrough is one more try away? What if everything you've been praying for is on the other side of this next step? You'll never know if you stop now. You'll never experience the fullness of your potential if you keep walking away every time things get hard. Greatness doesn't come to those who start fast. It comes to those who finish strong. You are not weak for being tired. You are not broken for feeling overwhelmed. But you are powerful beyond measure. When you choose to keep going anyway, you've come too far to turn back. You've already survived what you thought you couldn't. That's proof that you have what it takes. Quitting is not your story. Victory is. So don't let a tough season make you forget how strong you are. Don't let a temporary setback convince you that your dream is impossible. Stand back up, wipe your tears, take a breath, then take another step forward. No matter how small it is, it still counts. Because consistency beats talent, persistence outlasts obstacles, and those who refuse to give up are the ones who change the world. You've got this. Keep going. The best is still ahead of you.